This is the human heart. Central to our physical body, our survival, revered by poets throughout history as the emotional center of our being. The place we instinctively touch when asked to point to ourselves. And now, what we have known intuitively is being understood scientifically. Researchers are unlocking a new science of the heart that could change everything we know about health and our interconnected nature. Coherence is a state of balance between heart, mind, and emotions, creating a favorable cascade of neural, hormonal, and biochemical events that benefit the entire body. But this phenomenon not only benefits us personally, it affects everything around us, emitting an electromagnetic field that can be measured up to 3 feet outside of the body. When you are in coherence, your heart resonates at the same frequency as the Earth's magnetic field. This frequency positively affects everything around you. When a group of people are in coherence together, this effect is magnified. Could communities synchronized in coherence lower violence, accelerate cooperation, and global harmony? This is the purpose of the Global Coherence Pulse. If we can measure the impact of thousands of people in coherence at the same time, it could lead to a breakthrough in understanding the full potential of the human heart. All you need to participate is your presence and your heart. To take it to the next level, join the research study by downloading the app and getting an HRV monitor to measure your personal coherence. The world needs it more than ever before. Each human heart is unique and magnificent by itself. But imagine what could be possible when we unify.
Oh, somebody's typing. I think that might be Ben. No, who's that? Somebody. Welcome everyone to the Global Coherence Pulse. We're really excited to be offering a daily pulse during World Unity Week and some offerings during the 99 days of peace through unity. And today we're focused on the foundation of life, Earth. So we are going to begin every one of our Global Coherence Pulses this week with a global silent minute. So I'm going to ask Dot, I'm going to turn this over to Dot to bring us into this special place. Dot, there we go.
Thank you, Teresa. Today, our Global Silent Minute is dedicated to Earth. And we gently ask the question, how will we restore and regenerate living in right relationship with our beloved Mother Earth? The Global Silent Minute was inspired by the original Big Ben Silent Minute. That silent minute at 9 p.m. daily helped to end World War II. In these times, we offer our daily 5 p.m. Eastern Global Silent Minute to bring an end to all war, to bring peace to humankind and all life, as we call for global cooperation, peace, and freedom. The power of silence is greater than we know. It is in silence that we experience unity. Silence as action in sacred unity. So let us prepare to enter the silence together. With a deep breath, we activate the spirit of peace in our own hearts. and we unite our fiery hearts across distance. Now we invite our ancestors and all those on the other side of the veil to join us. When you hear the Tibetan singing bowl, we have entered 1 minute of silence as action in sacred peace through unity. Om Shanti.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, grandfather, grandmother. Happy Father's Day, happy solar, lunar day, happy day of Earth. In the sacred container of the global coherence pulse time, we honor Mother Earth and Father Sky, but in particular, our connection to the beloved Mother Earth today on Father's Day, American Father's Day. We enter the sacred time of the listening fire, spacious, loving presence, community, listening together as we bond to earth and to spirit and to life itself.
Julie and God and Gary and I have decided that every day we wanted to add this beautiful space for 50 minutes, the time that we have, to drop in deeply to each one of the foundational themes and to provide a place where we can drop in more deeply to listen, to come into resonance with this foundation of life theme. So today we come into communion with our Mother Earth. So we start by feeling the bottom of our feet and spending this 50 minutes with our awareness right where we walk and touch the earth. And as we did, we'll start with silence every day. We'll move into music out of those silence so that the words don't start right away, and that we'll spend time in deep communion with each other. And I'm so excited to have Julie from the Good of the Whole. Julie, if you want to just add a few words as we...
Thank you. What a beautiful spaciousness, and just such an honor for us to come together in community and then pulse this out around our beautiful Mother Gaia here, and that beautiful image behind Teresa. Just there we are, holding hands and holding the earth together during World Unity Week, and really entering into the sacred portal for these 99 days of peace through unity for a thriving earth. So thank you all for joining us. Looking forward to providing this space and really feeling into the magic potential of what can happen when we come together to co-create peace through unity. Coming home together.
And Dot, I want to add a few words before we invite our guests on today.
Yes, thank you. You know, this morning there was a heart-touching program offered by Susan Eyrich, the founder and director of Earthfire Institute. And Susan asked a question, she placed a question into the room, into our hearts. What if the earth is lonely for us? What if the earth is lonely for us? So yes, Julie, we come home together, peace through unity, toward a thriving world for all of life, as we take another step on our 99-day journey in a field of resonance and coherence that brings us home.
So let this daily pulse be a blessing into the field of these 99 days. And whoever's here, that's part of our job, is to offer a blessing. And let's imagine while we're in this pulse today that we're holding hands and we're circling the earth, and that everything that rises in our heart today, we pulse out into the field to our Mother, and we give her all of our love. So we brought in some special guests today. We brought in Michael Linfield, who is going to invite us to become Gaians. I think it's important to new frame for who we are. And we're bringing in Shadea, Dr. Ivy, to sing us a glorious song and take us into the heavens surrounding the earth. So that'll be part of our journey today. And before we do that, Gary, one more time, I just want to invite in your voice. Thank you for always bringing in the music so that we can have a resonant experience, right? Not just the words, but the feeling that music and words together can only provide, and you're the master of that.
Well, thank you, Teresa, and what an honor to be a part of this journey every day with you all. And I just find it really beautiful and remarkable that it's Father's Day. And I'm very much, I gave a talk this morning at a church around calling it the divine masculine is solar energy and the divine feminine is lunar. And the interesting idea of not genderifying the actual forces that every human being has within them. So on Father's Day, we get to celebrate anything called divine, whether it's masculine or feminine, is in itself, by definition, a unified of the solar and lunar. It's one thing, unified masculine and feminine. So on on Father's Day, celebrating the earth, we have a wonderful opportunity to practice celebrating the divine Mother Earth, a beautiful way to celebrate the integrated masculine energy of Father energy. So let us all let that be in the mix as well, and let the games begin.
I love that, Gary. That's so beautiful. It's going to be magical having the four of us weaving together in all of the ways that we do. I'm sure there will be lots of surprises over the week. And one of our surprises is here. I just brought them on screen, Michael Linfield. We've been in some calls with Michael, and his connection to Gaia and to the song of Gaia and to what Gaia is calling us is just so beautiful. And we just thought, Michael's voice needs to be heard today. Today is the day. So, Michael, I'm going to feature you. And we're going to also, I'm going to bring in Dr. Ivy just so we see our crew today. Let's see. I'm having trouble finding Ivy. Well, I'll bring her on soon. So, Michael, I'm going to spotlight your video, and we'll let you begin to share with us about Mother Gaia. Just lost you. So funny. There we go.
Okay. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, everyone. So we're focusing on the earth. And when I hear the word earth, I think of the whole planet, this precious blue pearl floating through infinite space, carrying all of us deeper into the generative mystery that is life. And when I hear the word earth, I also think of soil. My background is organic farming, one of a number of explorations that I've been through this lifetime. And in the early 1970s, I was farming in the northwest of Sweden, and we were using some techniques that have been handed down by the Finnish immigrants in this particular valley for the past 500 years. And it was all about understanding how to create a healthy soil, how to stimulate the microorganisms to increase the health of the soil, how to create right soil conditions with the needed bacteria, minerals, trace elements, etc. And so that was my first understanding of the earth as soil. And I really experienced the earth as the womb that receives and nurtures the new seeds. We were planting vegetables, we were planting different flowers. Therefore, it was a real experience of putting seeds into the soil, planting them into the dark and the depth of Mother Earth. And then these light-filled expressions of the one life would come out. And we would marvel at them. We'd also have them for dinner, carrots and beetroots. So Earth is our mother, as Gary was saying. And soil is, for me, the earthly substance of her being. Now, if I move from soil to soul and bring us into our present day, I could say that we are learning and discovering what those essential ingredients and nutrients are that need to be added to the psychological or the social soil to enrich and to create the right conditions for the flowering of our humanity, the essential nature of who we are. And I believe at the heart of who we are, there is truth, there is goodness and beauty, but that will not take root and flower in the hard ground of hatred or the parched and arid soil of separation. We need to water the soil. We need to feed it nutrients. And the waters and the nutrients are such things as love, respect, kindness, compassion. All the things we know about, they're real. They actually change the chemistry of our being. So in order for us to grow a new soul-inspired society together, we need to show up differently. So Earth, the living planet that we call Gaia, is inviting all of us at this pivotal moment to expand our awareness and also expand our sense of personal identity, and not just see ourselves as humans, but to become a Gaian. So my question to us all is, what does it mean to become a Gaian? What is the difference between living as a human being and living as a Gaian? As humans, we go about our lives looking at the world as an external reality, something outside of ourselves. As a Gaian, we think, we feel, and we act within a deeply sensed knowing that the whole earth lives inside of us, and we live inside the whole earth. A Gaian is a conscious fractal of the multidimensional ecosystem that constitutes the living planet. A Gaian is a microcosm of Gaia, a sacred space of synthesis where life meets life and knows itself to be at one with all. So let's just take that in, the invitation to become Gaian. The reason I believe it's critical at this time to make this shift is because we know that in eco-governance, we're required to think and act in a different way. We're invited to dream and love and show up and live wholeheartedly through the portal of these 7 foundations of life that we'll be going through each day of the week. And we live into and live through these portals that are the 7 foundations by being Gaian. So I sense that each of us is being called by the soul of our earth to show up fully and live in harmony with its multidimensional nature. You could say that Gaia is convening itself through communities of like-hearted and like-minded people, such as those of us gathered on this call today, those of us gathered this week, those of us gathered for the next 99 days to deepen our communion, because we know deep in our blood and bones, we each are integral and intimate aspects of one life. And it's this awareness of the wholeness of life that will give rise to a society that is more just, more joyful, more wise, and which respects and cares for all life on earth. What I'd love us to do now is to enter into a deep space together and experience what it feels like and what it is to be this longed for reality. I invite us to do it together and do it now. So if you bring yourself to a point of inner stillness, you can close your eyes if you wish. And then through a series of slow, rhythmic breaths, we become still and we enter the living silence of the heart. And in that silence, we become aware of the beating of our own heart, as it pumps and circulates the lifeblood around our universe of self. Become aware of your heart beating, and know that each human heartbeat is a pulse of the beating heart of Gaia. We come into resonance with life through the heart. We come into love with life through the heart. And as we join our hearts together, heart to heart to heart, our many heartbeats begin to pulse as one heart. And this one human heart, in turn, beats and comes into rhythm with the pulse that is the heartbeat of Gaia. And we are part of that great circulation of life and love as Gaia circulates the one life through all aspects and realms of its essential nature, of which we are a part. Gaia, in whom we live and move and have our being. So we expand our awareness, we expand our heart, and we stand as one planetary being, pulsing inside the heart of the sun. This is the great mystery of life. Lives within lives within lives. Hearts within hearts within hearts. All part of a great circulation of love. This is our true heritage. We are love. We are Gaians. So allow this experience to permeate the very atoms of your being, the very blood and bones of your earthly vehicle, the essence of your soul. Let this new identity be imprinted on every atom of our being, that we are Gaians. And as we gently come out of this lived experience and slowly begin to open our eyes, we realize there is a shift in how we are now relating with life. And we remember that as Gaians, we don't just live on the earth, we live as the earth. Because as Gaians, we are the earth. We give deep gratitude to our earth, to each other, and we salute and honor each other as Gaians. Thank you.
Let's just stay with that feeling for a moment, Michael, just really feeling ourselves as Gaians surrounding the earth right now. sending her our love and presence and blessing. And we'll continue to pulse the field with this love while we invite Dr. Ivy to take us on a sound journey.
Shanti.
Dr. Ivy, let's just stay in the glory of that just for a moment. And everybody that's here on the call, let's feel this love rising in our hearts for our Mother Gaia. And let us send a wave of love across this planet right now. That we may wake up to our Gaia ship. That we come home together to this beautiful one heart that we are. In all of its diversity, in all of its glory, with great reverence. And just one more deep breath, just sending this wave of love to the planet and all of her species, to all life that she nourishes here. Wherever it's needed most, we trust that's where it goes. And we gather up this love that's in the field and we bring it into our own sweetheart. And in this moment, let us claim to walk this earth as Gaians from this day forward without pause. Michael, thank you for calling us to our Gaia ship.
A Gaiahood. You
Our
have
Gaia,
Buddhahood, you have Buddhahood, you have Gaiahood,
our,
Gaiaship.
our
The
Gaia.
main thing is to know that Gaia lives inside us and we live inside Gaia.
Yeah. And Dr. Ivy, Shadea, you know, every time you sing, I feel it in that crystal harp, you know, that sound of that crystal harp goes right to our bones, where we're made up so much of condensed earth and rock and soil. So beautiful. You want to offer your voice, and we'd love to hear your blessing.
Well, thank you so very much for giving me that opportunity to share the love through sound. And the crystal harp is made of pure crystal from out of the mountains of, in Canada, that were handmade. And so I'm very grateful to share this healing energy as a frequency of love from me to you. Om Shanti.
So felt. God, I wonder if you want to bring your voice in.
I'm going to make a commitment to speak through my Gaian heart. In each of these pulses and in any of these rooms, and Dr. Ivy, the sound of that crystal harp just put us into resonance with the one heart, the one Gaian heart. Gratitude.
I love that we're so used to just adding this spaciousness between our sharing, right? Like we're just pausing long enough to let the love that's like shining out through the eyes and the words and the transmission of presence that each person brings to this. And I'm looking also at the people that are joining on this call and just feeling so much presence and love. Julie.
Thank you. And thank you both, Dr. Ivy and Michael. That was beautiful. I'm feeling the intimacy with Gaia that feels so alive. It feels real, doesn't it? It just feels like I've got it right here. And we often talk about resonance. We talk about heart resonance and resonance with. And when we come into a resonance with Gaia, it's so real. It's so intimate. So I love this invitation for all of us to become Gaians, to be the Gaians we are. Let's say that. Let's really fully embody our Gaiahood and resonate that out as Gaia is within and without, as the invitation goes, and expand our awareness and our identity, which Michael invited us into. So as we do that, we naturally, organically pulse that out to the fellow cells within our Gaia hood, community of Gaians here. So thank you.
The magic is that we are the birthing of a sacred planet. We're not waiting for it to happen. It is birthing through us and from us every moment.
He's calling us home, 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 home. Gary Malkin, hear your voice.
I think about this gorgeous chant that my beloved co-creative partner of time, different times, Michael Stillwater, wrote a chant. My body is the body of the goddess. My body is the body of the goddess. Oh, I am that I am. I was thinking about that, Michael, when you were saying that we are the earth. We are coming from being Gaians. We are the earth, right? We are the body of the goddess is us. Like Brian Swim says around the kin that we are to the rocks and the trees, the same elements and chemical components, 97% the same. So on every level, what science is discovering is we are Gaians and we are the earth. And just to celebrate the isness of that, and to let music relax around the edges of our mind's need to control, my mind need to control, be together in sacred space, and sacred containers of loving presence together.
I just placed in the chat, and I'm going to do it again because it had a different name, that slide that Michael showed on becoming Gaia. So if you want to grab it, it's loading now. That way you can have that and remind us every day about that question about So we have just a few more minutes, and I just wanted to again invite Dr. Ivy and Michael to share a few words. I'm so glad that you got to be present today, Dr. Ivy. We were thinking about her yesterday on the opening ceremony, and today was really the day. Today was the day. So, Dr. Ivy.
Oh, well, thank you so very much for this opportunity. And today was the day. And it's
Mm,
actually a confirmation um, that the earth is calling us right now. The earth is calling us. The precious blood of the earth is needing us. And I'm not even sure if everybody understands, I'm talking about those in all of humanity, realize how important it is for us to create this coherence with a belief. Because when you think about it, the earth is where everything grows and where we find life. And if we deny it, then where does life go?
mm,
So I believe that you have called me into my tribe, the place that I thought that I was all alone.
mm, mm,
And it's beautiful.
mm,
Thank you. Om
mm.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. I just put a link in the chat for you to go to Dr. Ivy's Sound Spa if you were inspired by what you heard. And Gary put in a link in the chat to Wisdom of the World, where so much of the music that we're going to hear throughout the week is going to come from, really from the well of Gary Malkin. we'll be moving through that. And Michael, I wonder if there's a link that you want to put in for people to stay connected with you, and if you want to share some words
I,
before we close today.
I could certainly put a link in before we leave. It's beyond words now.
Yeah.
It's sensing who we are, moving from an identity that is an individual self. And as we expand to become Gaians, we haven't lost our individuality. We've gained a greater sense of self.
Mm,
In fact, we have to be more of who we are. And the more of who we are is Gaian. And it's all fueled by love. Because I believe Gaia's destiny, as it becomes a sacred planet, is to reveal the light of love so that it is a star of great brilliance in the heavens. So this will be a great star of love, the earth. When the earth becomes sacred, a sacred body is simply one that emits light and emits love.
mm,
At the moment, we simply absorb it. We're learning how to generate it. And that's what we're doing together, how to become generative.
mm,
So, I'm deeply moved by what I sense of this. The Gaia is calling us home. Gaia is calling itself together because Gaia as a being is also going through a process of deepening its alignment and its integration with itself and its deeper sense of identity. Lives within lives within lives. That for me is the mystery. I don't have to understand it with my mind. I have to be it with my whole heart. That's how I know. It's from knowledge to knowing. Yeah.
mm.
So deep gratitude.
Thank you, Michael. So beautiful. Julie also put a link in the chat. If you are interested in during the 99 days to keep connecting in with this kind of resonant energy where we're listening together and that we're beginning to feel our way into this new way forward, that we're going to be offering some things, Gary and Julie, myself, others. So sign up for that riseinresonance.com, and that gives us a place where we can be in touch. I just posted the On Becoming Gaian again. Somebody asked for that once again. It's a JPEG in the chat. And we're going to close up this pulse session. We'll just take a minute to pulse the field as we do that. And this session, right following it, is a plenary session with Dwayne Elgin. So if you're on the line, I encourage you to stay here. We'll play a little bit of music in between as they're getting ready for that. Just a second, Gary. And then we'll see you again tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. And we will continue every day to pulse the planet with the different themes by feeling them deeply inside of our hearts. And the a minute right now, pulse the field with our loving presence. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. And we'll see you tomorrow. And stay for Dwayne Elgin.
Just to mention that the interstitial work that we'll be playing from the Global Coherence Pulse to the plenary will be music to hold space, to keep a nice transition, and allow the resonance of music to actually keep our receptivity alive. So I'm just going to play a video of music and images from what we just heard, and allow yourself to get a bio break and prepare for our minds and hearts being opened and blown by the remarkable Dwayne Elgin.
Great. And just you can go ahead, Ben, and close the stream. Thank you, everyone.